Yo, so we finally got the brackets for the EU Top 32 tournament in Pinnacle Showdown. Lots of strong people qualified, lots of strong people sadly didn't qualify, and the betting feature is here. So this video we're gonna try to discuss who to bet on, who I think is gonna win. I will also just show like my overall predictions for how the tournament is gonna go. So the top one border is of course sick, the top two as well, and everyone gets this one, which is also very sick. Now some people here are using an alibi, so not everyone knows who is who. I have this list right here ready. However, I'm also not certain about some people, like who they are. For example, we have Vanilla Gorilla. I'm not sure who that is. We have The Oldest Dream. I've also never heard of this person. And we have Comcomer. I don't know. I don't know who he is. And then we have one more guy. Or did I already? Oh yeah, no, Vanilla Gorilla. So I think Vanilla Gorilla might be Leviathan from one of the early German servers, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I don't really know what I can do with this website, but yeah. So the people with the alibi were mainly, we have Apex, we have Kapi, we have Shy over here. The rest were was using their actual name. So I don't know how this list works, but let's look at the first 1v1. So the first 1v1 is gonna be between Apex and Fumokato Miss, and Apex has this in the bag, in my opinion. I think this is not gonna be close. The CP might be pretty close, but I don't think this is Apex's real CP. I think he's hiding something pretty big, because like his team is crazy. So my first bet is gonna go on to Apex, and let's see if we can do something here. Okay, how can I? Okay, so can I do anything here, or can I like say that Apex passes, or can I do nothing? Do I need to wait for the bracket status, or do I need to sign up maybe? I have no fucking clue. Yeah, so these aren't. Well, I guess I will do my bets first. Okay, so after that we have Vash versus Azuya. For me, this is a no-brainer. Vash is definitely gonna win this one. It's just a powerhouse of a team that he has. From my own org, of course. Now Kapi versus Kagul. Kapi's gonna win this one. Of course, you can always look at the CP, but I know the teams that these people here have. Some people are also hiding their real CP. So yeah, but I think Kapi has this one. Now here, this is also just a no-brainer. RFLO is gonna win this. Sorry, Ryui, but I mean it's RFLO. There's not much you can do. Then we have an interesting fight. So we have Amori versus Wardency. Now Amori and Wardency are both CCG players. I know for a fact that Wardency has a pretty solid Anteku too. But what I know is that the fight between Kirby and Wardency was pretty close. And I think Amori is definitely stronger than Kirby, and probably also stronger than Wardency. So I'm gonna be betting for Amori. Now this one right here, so this guy on the right here, that's Shy. Wait, is this? Okay, this is not updating. I'm gonna try to fix that later. This is Shy from my org. This is Mizuki from Limbatable. Now Mizuki is a monster, but Shy should have this. Of course I'm gonna bet on him though, because he's in my own org, but he should definitely have this in the bag. This is a crazy matchup, honestly, but I think Shy wins this one. Now the next one, another monstrous just 1v1. We have Killua versus Kyuk-sama. Hugh might be very strong, but it's Killua we're talking about. So the bet definitely goes to him. For me, he is probably the guy that will win the tournament as a whole. But I haven't looked at the whole matchup thingy yet. Now, here we have two guys that I don't know very well. I only learned about Stefan yesterday because I saw a screenshot that he was gonna get further. Now I don't know who the oldest dream is. Maybe I do. Maybe he's from that Anteku Krusty Krab merge, but I might be wrong. So here I'm probably just gonna bet for the higher CP just because I don't have enough information. Now, okay, so Vanilla Gorilla is definitely a whale, a known whale. So I think it's gonna be Leviathan, and it's Hayes versus Leviathan in that case. They're both Aogiri players. Now, I think Leviathan might have swapped. I'm not sure. Hayes is definitely still Aogiri, but he has everything built, and his Aogiri is very cheesy because of the red Tatara build that he has going on. So for me, Hayes is gonna win this one. Then the next fight, we have Todesgott versus Jinwoo. Now, I'm not sure what Todesgott plays. I know that Jinwoo has like a strong Anteku. I'm not entirely sure what Todesgott plays. So it's a bit hard to rank this one, honestly. This is gonna be one more of those where I'm just gonna rank for the higher CP, since these fights are manual. They're not AI versus AI, so the person with more CP is of course gonna be highly favored in these matchups. Now we have Matamonios versus MB. So for me, MB has this one. He's a very strong Anteku player, and he should just be able to win this one fairly easily with the CP advantage and the really strong Anteku that he has. Now Sengi versus Miskanzi Fu. So Sengi from my org, of course. Miskanzi Fu is from Limbatable. Sengi should easily win this. One of the strongest Antekus in the game. Fourth strongest member of my org. So yeah, I hope he wins. Now we have an interesting matchup. So we have Zika versus Ui, or Ul. I still don't know which one it is. So Zika swapped to Anteku, and his Anteku is very strong. He used to be a very solid CCG player. Now he's an Anteku player. Ui, on the other hand, well, no, he's also an Anteku player. It's just his Anteku is way stronger. And I mean, with this amount of CP across your teams, you sorta have to win this fight. Then we have a very easy decision here. We have Cliff from Cochlea. We have Igbless from, I think he merged into Krusty Krab now. He's not in Anteku anymore. This is an easy bet for Igbless right here. Monstrous CCG, but also look at his average CP. Every team's gonna be overpowered. Now we have Twimix, very OG Anteku player, and we have Rayloof, the guy with like 1.5 million gems. Rayloof's gonna win this. I mean, there's a 200,000 CP difference, which is a joke, because Twimix nearly has 100,000 more than I do. But yeah, 3.25 million, that's just a joke, right? I don't even know how that like is legal. But yeah, Rayloof's got this for sure. And then we have Exiled versus Comcomer. Still don't know who this is. He might be hiding his power. But Exiled has a monstrous CCG. Maybe his Anteku and stuff is also really well built. His CP is fairly high. So I think I'm just gonna bet for him. Now, by the CP, we can already see who the big guys are. So I think Apex is hiding his, because he's definitely up there. So we have Apex, Vash. We have Kapi, Ariflow, Shy, Killua, Ui, Igbless, and Rayloof. They are by far like the people that stand out the most, just with sheer power. So yeah, and as you guys can see, it's a classic tournament format. The guys who win this one and this one, they fight each other and so on, and then in the end 2 guys meet. And yeah, so I will quickly cut and I will try to get that website to work. So give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm just gonna hope that this works. We can hide this. Let's zoom in a little. Okay, there we go. So the first 1v1 here, winner. I don't care about the score, but Apex is gonna win the first one in my opinion, and the second one is gonna be a clear win for Vash. Then this matchup, it's gonna be a clear win for Kapi. This matchup, it's gonna be RFLo. This matchup, it's gonna be Haze in my opinion, but it's a very, very close matchup. It's really hard to predict. And then we have Todesgott, Jinwoo, also an insanely close matchup. I think I bet on, actually let me see, I think I bet on Todesgott just for the CP advantage, yeah. So here I'm also gonna be betting on Todesgott. So Matamonios versus MB, MB is my bet. Sengi versus Miskanzifu, Sengi is my bet. And now on the right side we have Amori Wardency, Amori got that. Shai Mizuki, interesting fight, but I hope Shai is gonna win. Killua versus Kyuksama, it's Killua strong, but this is gonna be a slaughter. Stefan, the oldest dream, wait one sec. Sorry for the cut, but something happened. Well, I'm back now. So, who is gonna win this matchup? I think who did I bet on here? I bet on the oldest dream. That was just a CP prediction. So, I'm gonna do the same here. Ui versus Zika. Ui is gonna win. Cliff Ikbless. Ikbless is gonna win. Rayluf Twimix. Rayluf. Exiled. What's this? This was Exiled favored, right? Yeah. Why are these tabs multiplying? Exiled. There we go. So now let's get into the next few. So Apex Vash. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna save that one for last. Wait, these are all fucked. This is hard. Well, Shai Amori. We can do Shai. I think Shai is gonna slam that. Same. Killua, the oldest dream, is free. Wow, these matchups are just amazing. Ui, Ikbless, yeah, Yul, I don't know, but he's gonna win. Raid of Exile, yeah, that's gonna be a slaughter. Sengi MB, Sengi should win this, and Haze Todesgott, Haze wins. Kapi RFLo, I'm sorry Kapi, but RFLo probably wins this. Apex Vash, That's so hard. Cause I have no clue. I'm just gonna say Vash wins because he's in my org. Now Sengi Haze, I think Sengi wins. Vash RFLo, I'm sorry Vash, but RFLo wins this one. And now, yeah, this is, Jesus Christ. Look at this bracket on the right. How is this okay? These four guys in the same one. Like, how is this okay? This is so hard. I'm gonna say Rayluf wins this one. And then... yeah, so here everyone is gonna bet differently. This is just too hard to rank. This is nuts. I don't know, man. I mean, Killua is the Anteiku player, but I'm just gonna pray and I'm gonna say that Shai wins, but then loses to Rayluf. That's my opinion. And then here RFLo is gonna win. RFLo gets a pretty easy pass here on the left, actually. He has Kapi in his way. And some other strong people, but compared to the right one is brutal. Yeah, this is crazy. And then in the final, this is the final, that one of the finals I predicted. It's a mirror matchup. It's impossible to say. Like, they are both CCG mains, but have every team capped. I'm just gonna say Rayluf wins, but this is a full-on coin flip. But yeah, so this is gonna be the bracket in my opinion. And with that, I'm already gonna have to end the video because I have an exam tomorrow, way too early, and I'm gonna go sleep because I'm already cooked. I don't want to cook myself even more. So yeah, this is my prediction. If you guys agree, disagree, just let me know. In the comments would be nice to boost my video. Just saying. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.